Welcome to Reckless Paradise, everyone. I'm your host, Marissa. I'm here with my co-host, Astro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Happy Thursday, everyone. I feel like the weeks just keep going by so freaking fast.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
Oh,
does.
man. Well, happy Thursday, everyone. Man, oh, man. If you live in northern New York right now, you know exactly how I'm feeling. It is freaking hot as hell here. It's like, well, it got up to like 85 degrees up here where I live. It's supposed to be even worse tomorrow.
Damn.
Supposed to be almost 90 tomorrow, and the humidity is going to be absolutely insane. We're gonna die. Oh. Anyways, I'm
And
gonna apologize ahead. It's my fan. It is really hot up here, so I have to turn my fan on high this time of the year. So
and whereas me, where I live in Florida, I love the heat.
you're used to that shit. Yeah,
Um,
up here, our weather is so bipolar. Like it gets hot and cold and in between, and it's just.
it's bipolar
Anywho,
here too.
yeah. Anywho, let's get into tonight's episode. So tonight we are going to do Debate Hour, which is something that we had debuted previously on Spotify, which we will redo that episode down the road. But for now, we're doing what am I saying? We're doing Debate Hour, and as I mentioned in the previous video, we're doing Rated RKO versus RK Bro, which are two different tag teams in WWE. Now, what I planned on doing is discuss each team, what they're all about and stuff like that. And at the end, I feel like we should give our decision. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Okay, so if you guys are ready, let's go. So, Rated RKO. Now, this is a tag team from my childhood, as they started way back in 06, 2006. I think I was 4, but I can vaguely remember them. I don't know about you, Daisha. You were probably older than me by then.
I would have been almost 8 at that time.
Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah. You probably remember more than I do then. I'm not 100% sure. Like, did you watch them back in the day?
Oh no,
Oh, shit. Okay.
because I didn't watch wrestling growing up.
Oh. I grew up
I
watching that shit since I was like 5.
I didn't get into it at a good age. I waited till later on in my adult life to watch it. I know I've been missing out, but don't roast me.
I think I started watching in '07. I was 5. And that's like, well, apparently I've been watching it longer than that, according to my father, but uh, I probably just don't remember it because I was way too young. But I started remembering shit when I was like 5 from wrestling. Like I remember John Morrison and ECW and stuff like that. And I do remember Rated RKO because they were active from '06 to '07. They officially disbanded in May of '07. They reunited twice in '08 and then again in 2011. I don't remember them reuniting though. That's one thing I definitely don't remember. Um, but yeah, they were only world tag team champs one time from as far as I could look up. They were only tag team champs one time.
Yeah, um, their title reign wasn't as memorable as some other tag teams,
Yeah,
but it was like a blink and you'll miss it sort of like tag run.
yeah. I could definitely say one thing. It did give Orton a pretty strong run as a heel because they were the heel tag team in that time period.
Hmm.
Edge, obviously. Everybody, if you were a kid and you were watching wrestling, you hated Edge. It's like Triple H. You hated him and you hated Edge when they were heels.
Yeah,
But it definitely did give Orton a good heel run. I could definitely say that. They had some pretty good matches too with like DX. Like I definitely remember the DX feud they had with them. Uh, they dressed up as DX. I think Edge dressed up as Triple
Triple
H,
H.
and Randy Orton dressed up as Shawn. I
That was
remember that.
just that was just like so. it's like so childish, but at the same time, it's like you want to give them sort of like a comedy side to their edgy side. Um,
Yeah, it's something that you can remember forever, like that kind of thing.
yeah, it's like when DX was feuded with the McMahons and stuff, and they
Oh my
dressed up as
god.
like Vince and Shane and stuff.
Yes. Stop it.
Stop it!
Oh my god, you do it good. Holy crap. I remember that too. Oh man, we should do a DX episode. I don't know. I keep coming up with ideas every time we do an episode. I never write it down.
I
Oh
mean,
man.
DX, like evolution and stuff like that. It's like we just come up with stuff off the top of our heads,
Pretty
and
much.
we just forget to write it down because it's like there's
Eventually we'll
so
remember it.
yeah, it's like because there's so much stuff that we want to go over in wrestling and personal stuff and all that stuff and
Music, yeah.
music and all that stuff. It's like like we gotta like write it down in like a notepad, which Marissa has, but it's like with my hands the way they are right now, it's like I can't write down very much, but hey,
Right. And I can always send it to you and stuff like that. But
well, yeah,
anyway,
of course.
so yeah, they had some big matches. They had a huge feud with DX back in the day. I guess they had some matches with the Hardys and Piper and Flair. I don't know why they came into the picture. I was probably too young to remember.
I think it was just like, oh, I think it was like Randy doing his Legend Killer thing, maybe at the time.
And apparently they also had a handicap match 2-on-1 against Cena. Oh boy.
Oh, yeah, that was I think leading up to Backlash.
I really don't remember because I was such a little kid, I was so young back then.
I
Like I don't remember.
I think it was because that Backlash in '07, it was Edge, Orton, Shawn, and Cena in the main event.
Yeah. Oh, I love that freaking match. That's such a classic right there. Look, the
Yeah,
ending. Oh my god. If I could
just
find like that match, maybe I'll put it at the end of the video. I'm not 100% sure. If it's not at the end of the video, it's because I didn't find it. So don't count on it, ladies and gentlemen. But you can easily look it up. Just type in Backlash '07, Orton, Cena, HBK, and Edge. Just type that in if I can't find it.
yeah, that was oh my god.
Rated RKO had a I'm gonna put it as like a medium comedy level. Like they weren't like over the top funny, like in my opinion, based off of what I remember and what I've seen. Like they're not over the top. Like I'm gonna get to that in a minute with RK Bro. Yeah, they had their feud with DX and but like they didn't do much for comedy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like they weren't like comedy heavy like like the other people were, and it's like I think Orton has that comedy side, but it's just like he didn't find his footing with it when he like became friends with Riddle and
Yeah.
stuff.
So while we're on the subject of Riddle, let's jump to RK Bro. So RK Bro is a relatively new tag team. They started out last year, I believe, according to what I've seen. April 2021 is when they debuted. They are two-time Raw Tag Team Champs, and they are your current Raw Tag Team Champs. They are a present-day tag team, like I said. They're still a tag team up to this day. They have really good chemistry together, honestly. Like,
oh yeah, they do. They really do.
Their comedy levels are high, like top notch, like high. No pun intended.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Riddle makes a lot of 420 jokes.
Innuendo jokes.
Yeah, and kind of goes along with it too. And it's actually kind of funny as hell.
It's funny because it's like when I think it was just like Orton wasn't like doing anything, and like I guess he wanted to like revitalize his character and stuff. And plus, he's going on 20 years at this point in the company, so it's like something fresh, something new.
And
And
like Warren said, this is like the most fun he's ever had.
yeah, right. So, I mean, why not?
They're really funny, honestly, especially the whole thing they did with the Alpha Academy with the spelling bee and the freaking trivia questions. Like, that was funny.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my dad and I were laughing our asses off. My dad loves Riddle, and he also likes Randy. You know, I like both of them too. I didn't know who Riddle was until I started watching WWE again in like 2020 or 2021. He's
I
freaking
knew who
funny.
Riddle was because of the independent scene and NXT.
Damn. Yeah,
So,
I feel like a lone wolf here. I don't watch NXT. Haven't watched it since it was a competition show.
oh wow.
Yeah, long time back when they were doing like the rookies. Like you had your rookies and you had your pros. Like they're training the rookies and shit. Like the Miz was
And
for Daniel Bryan and all that.
yeah, and that's funny that you bring that up because it's like Brian, before he ever came to the WWE, he was like a really seasoned pro at that point.
Yeah,
And it's like, oh yeah, like okay, we're gonna have somebody that was on a reality TV show teach a guy how to wrestle, even though he's been wrestling for years. Okay. But
yeah.
it was just yeah, oh my God, that brings up so many memories. Oh my God.
Hmm. Well, I'll think about an episode we could do with that too. um. Anyways, RK Bro has had some pretty big matches with Alpha Academy, like I had just mentioned. They've also had some matches with Hurt Business, which I don't even know if they're still together. I know Bobby Lashley's not part of that anymore, obviously.
Um I think it's just Shelton and Cedric right now, to be
Okay.
honest.
They've had matches just recently with the Usos, trying to, well, not unify, but they just had a 3-on-3 match with the Usos. And Drew McIntyre was by their side, obviously.
Yeah.
And I
I,
guess just trying to set up for the unification match, hopefully coming up, which I'd like to see that happen, but I just don't want the Usos to win.
I I think it's just because like and they pulled Roman Reigns from the next pay-per-view, you know that, right?
Oh, good.
They pulled him, yeah. But I think it's just because oh God. Like the Backlash pay-per-view that we had recently, it would have been a lot better if they just did the unification match and not put Roman and Drew in the match.
Oh, I
It would
totally agree.
have been way better. But I
I
mean,
totally agree with that.
we got Seth versus Cody, and we got Edge versus AJ and stuff like that. Yeah, that's fine. But I think it could have been just a little bit more better. You know.
Yeah,
Uh,
I get that.
But I think hopefully Hell in a Cell is going to be good this time because
Yeah,
it's not been very good since the pandemic happened, and just I have
yeah,
little expectations.
yeah. I don't even watch the pay-per-views, but
Oh, I don't
anyways,
either, but it's just like, but anyway, yes.
anyways, yeah. So, I mentioned the USOs, Alpha Academy, Hurt Business, Street Profits. They just
Yeah, I
had
was
a
gonna say
match with the
Street Fighter.
Street Profits recently, and Riddle picked up the victory for RK Bro, which Riddle has been picking up a lot of the victories lately for RK Bro, and I'm actually really glad to see that. Give the younger talent a chance.
Yeah. Um, it's funny that it was. I remember a moment where Riddle had did his mustache and goatee like Randy's.
Yeah, and he tried to make Randy wear a wig in another episode. 2 seconds to take this off my head. One, and he takes it off his head.
He's just like, okay, okay.
He tries to make him wear a trench coat for like investigation or something like that. Oh God.
Good
Like
comedy chaps.
they do have some good comedy, skits. And you know what? It really sets Orton up as a really good face.
Mm.
He plays a really good face when he is like with a good person, like Like when he has good chemistry with a face, like a face and a face, like that's good chemistry right there. Riddle's like one of the biggest faces I know right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think it's just because like Randy's been doing like the heel thing for like so long, and I think he just needed to like refresh some things, I guess.
Yeah. Now we
But
don't know how long this tag team is going to last. As you remember, rated RKO, they only lasted a year. Actually, less than a year. They started in October of 2006 and ended in May of 07. They didn't even last a full year. Now, RK Bro has lasted a full year already. We're past April, so that is a good sign to see. It just makes you wonder, though, when is someone going to turn heel? And I feel like that's like the big heartbreak for me because I do like this tag team. I like Rated RKO too. But like right now, I do like this tag team. I do like the way that they're going. I love the comedy. I love the chemistry they have. I guess you can kind of tell what my, but I'm going to let you go ahead and announce your pick. What do you prefer, Rated RKO or RK Bro?
now, since I don't know very much about Rated RKO, and that's just me being 100% the real truth here, I'm gonna actually go with RK Bro just because of the match quality that they bring to the table with Alpha Academy, Hurt Business, Street Profits, and all of them, plus the comedy chops and all that stuff. And it makes Randy and Riddle be solidified as a really solid tag team in the tag team division. And
You heard it here, folks. Solid
there's not a lot of tag teams in the tag team division that can put on really great matches with like anybody. Like they were just a makeshift tag team just thrown together, just being like, hey, like let's see what works, and it sticked for a whole year. So I mean, there's nothing but higher and higher for them. So
no
that's my yeah right. That's my pick because
and it is a valid pick.
I mean, yes, like Rated RKO was good, but it wasn't like memorable as Rated R or RK Bro is. So it's like I know your pick, so.
Now, when you said like there aren't many good tag teams, like I could definitely say that for WWE. Yes, AEW's got some pretty good tag teams right now, which we can do another video too as well. Like there's so many we could talk about. But yeah, I do agree with the WWE part. There is not many tag teams, as many as I wish. Like not as many long lasting. You still got the New Day. You still got the Usos at the end of the day. Like they have been here for a few years now. I have to go with. Oh,
I was gonna say I think like Usos have been there for like almost 8 years, maybe 8 years at this point. Maybe almost 9. I can't.
Yeah, and they're still together.
Yeah.
But yeah, my pick is definitely RK Bro. Again, nothing against Rated RKO. I do remember watching him as a kid very vividly. It was probably towards the breakup, though, in 07 when I started really remembering what I was watching. I do remember their feud with DXO. I remember watching that now as an adult. One of my favorites. But I have to go with RK Bro because I have been watching them since the beginning. Remember, I stopped watching WWE towards the middle of 2017. And then I picked it back up towards the end of 2020. Like we're talking December, and I started watching it, and I got to see Riddle and Orton form as a unit. And I absolutely love this tag team. Their chemistry is strong. It makes Orton look good as a face, and Riddle too makes him look really good as a face. Their comedy is through the roof. There's literally not one episode of Raw or SmackDown where they're in it, that doesn't make me laugh. Like Riddle's always making me laugh one way or another. Like he carries the comedy in the team, and Orton kind of backs it up. They are a strong unit as tag team champs. I'm so happy they're still champs as we're recording this. I really am curious to see how long they last, considering Rated RKO only lasted like less than a year. But yeah, there is nothing but freaking the sky's the limit for them at this rate. Like they're probably one of the hottest tag teams right now in the tag team division in WWE. And that is my pick, RK Bro.
Through a unanimous vote, it is RK.
RK Bro. But now it's your turn, ladies and gentlemen who have been listening. In the comments, let us know who your favorite is. Do you stick with the classic Rated RKO? Or are you more of a modern and like the comedy and stick with RK Bro? Let us know in the comments. Let's start a little war in the comments here. Since it is Randy Orton's 20th year of being in the professional wrestling business, just wanted to give a little shout out to Randy Orton. Thank you for literally carrying my childhood. Oh my God. Like he literally has been one of the biggest pillars in my childhood life of wrestling. Like I have been watching him since I was a kid, and he is forever one of my favorites, whether he's face or heel. Like honest to God, he is one of my favorites.
Yeah. I mean, he started in 2002 as Ricky Orton facing Hardcore Holly, and now he's like, teaming with Riddle and all that stuff. It's like he's come a long way and stuff like that. It's like there's so many people in WWE and AEW and stuff like that. It's like we want to do an episode on, but it's like we've got so many things to do.
And hey, it's a good thing. Keeps us busy.
Yeah, it does keep us busy, but it's like there's just so much stuff that we want to do. And
again, that's a good thing. Keeps us busy.
I mean, yeah, that is true. Like, but let us know what you want us to talk about. Like, it would be wrestling, like music, stuff like that. It's like, what are your favorite like moments from RK Bro / and RK and Rated RKO too? So like, let us know in the comments down below.
Yes. So that is going to do it for this episode of Debate Our Cue Music, which I'm not going to do because we will get copyrighted.
Yes, let's not get copyrighted.
Now, luckily for me, I have my notes done for the next 3 episodes. Which I'm only going to announce one, which will be this Sunday's episode coming up. I'm not going to announce any of next week. This Sunday, we're going to do a top 10, our own personal top 10 list of 3 Days Grace songs in celebration of the newest album, Explosions, which just came out 6th, which I believe was, last Friday?
Last week, yes.
Yeah, it was last Friday. So we are going to be doing our own personal top 10 list of 3 Days Grace songs. Now, this is a group I have been listening to since high school. I started it, I think, maybe my sophomore year. I don't really listen to them as much anymore, but I did listen to the new album. It's pretty good. I actually like it. It's a little different from what I'm used to with 3 Days Grace, but I do like it. It's definitely a recommend, definitely a must-buy kind of thing. So, yeah. This Sunday coming up. So if you guys are 3 Days Grace fans, stick around because I think you're going to like this episode. I'm going to assume that you're probably your list on the fly, Dice Joe, or are you going to I don't know.
I'm probably just going to be looking at my Spotify, to be honest, because it's like I hadn't listened to 3 Days Grace in a little bit. And that's just probably on me because it's like there's so much music on my Spotify playlist.
Oh, I feel ya.
80 hours worth. So, yeah. So, yeah.
So, yeah, that will be this Sunday coming up. So, tune for that. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, that is it for tonight's episode. If you stuck around to the end, we greatly appreciate the support as usual. And thank you guys for listening, and we will see you guys this Sunday. Bye.
I